Another week and another episode and another time that I'm just so grateful to be here with everybody and grateful to talk with my guy Josh about everything happening over there in the sports world, mainly the NFL, because listen, we know what sells. Let's be honest here, people. We know what sells. The NFL is certainly one of those things. Listen, we're a little late. My fault again. Josh, I was going to say this in the when we're backstage a little bit. From this point forward, this program starts at 7 o'clock sharp. I will be, bro. See, and it's been a problem, my entire life. Ask any teacher I've had, my parents, whatever you want to say. Big procrastination guy, right? So usually, listen, I make the I got hair in my mouth. That's never what you want in life. So I usually end up making our picks thing, and I usually end up like making the stream or whatever. Making the stream quick, easy, whatever. The picks obviously takes a little bit long because I got to put the record in, then I got to move all the little logos around and make blah, 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 right? But you see, I usually also wait to shower until a little bit later in the day so the hair looks fresh, right? See, and then today, my excuse for this one is dinner, right? Gotta eat, gotta be fueled up for a good program. So I'm over here in the room. Mom's like, when should I start cooking? I'm like, now. It's like 6 o'clock, right? Or 5:45. It's like 6:15. She's like, well, are you gonna shower too? I was like, yeah. Well, when's the food gonna be ready? Very shortly. So to me, very shortly, I'm like 5 minutes, right?
Then all of a sudden, depends on the food. Very shortly depends on the food. What were we?
See, to me, it shouldn't. Very shortly is very shortly. I don't care.
Thanksgiving, when you hear is the turkey almost done, and they're like soon, it's like, oh, we still got like an hour and a half.
But you see, to me, I take words seriously. The actual definition of what a word means. So you tell me very shortly, I'm thinking, hey, 2 minutes, bada bing, we're gone, we're done.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden, I'm looking at the clock. I'm watching my TV. It's like 6:20, and it was like 6:30. And at that point, I'm kind of stuck in the middle because it's like, do I wait or do I go in, risk it's a little cold when I get out, and then have to scarf it down to be in time for the show? So I wait. I get the food at about 6:40. Scarf it down real quick. 2 pieces of chicken, nice salad. Try and eat a little bit better,
I like that.
Then you go take this. I'm done eating, 10 minutes to eat. Nothing crazy. Take the shower. Gotta do the hair. You gotta dry off. Blow dry the hair. So that's my excuse this time. But like I said, from here on out, no. This program, 7 o'clock sharp.
I'll hold you to it.
Good. I want you to. Josh, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Had a wonderful weekend betting wise. Very, very satisfied with how things went this weekend. Had a couple very close hits as well. I'm kind of the opposite of you. I eat and shower after the show. See, because I have a window. Because I'm an hour behind you. So
yeah,
like when you said 6:20, I was like, damn. I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. But,
yeah. Show starts at 7 for me, Josh.
Yeah, 6 for me. I pick up my dad from work at 5:30 though, so it's a tight window for deciding, do I get everything ready prior to picking him up, or do I run the risk that he's going to be getting out late, and then it's 5:45 and I'm not even on the way home yet.
See, and that's the thing. Like, do you also cook for yourself?
I do.
So yeah, can't relate.
But I mean, it's so you don't see. I'm on the Al Michaels type of food, also.
Vegetables?
Not knowingly, not actively choosing vegetables, but if the rice has some vegetables in it, I'm chicken and rice like 6. Yeah, I'm chicken and rice 6 days out of the week, basically, for 2 different meals. Sometimes we'll get some fast food, but other than that, it's just chicken and rice.
So you don't mind eating the same thing over and over again?
No, I actually prefer it. I prefer.
That's where I'm similar and different with you, because breakfast can always be the same. You can give me bacon and eggs every morning, I'll be fine.
Yeah, every morning.
But like
Put it
for me, the
so
problem
inside.
is when it comes to like dinner and stuff, like this chicken and salad thing, it's gonna get old really fast. Like super old, super fast. I know it.
No,
'Cause I've done it
I mean,
before.
yeah, I prefer it just because it's simple. I don't want to have to worry about messing it up. Like I make a mean chicken and rice, make some mean eggs, and not together. I feel like that's pretty. Like there's a limit we have to on eating animals. You can't eat the chicken and the egg at the same time.
Yeah,
But
well,
chicken fried rice. That's
fair game.
yeah. I mean that's the one where I'm like it's okay. Like it's all good there.
You
But
gotta do. You gotta do sometimes.
now because I've made food where like I've wanted to make it. Like what was the last thing I made where I was like, man, I'm gonna make it. I've never made it before. What was the last thing? Probably spaghetti was the last thing I made. Messed up the sauce real bad. Sauce tasted terrible. Ruins a whole meal. And that's a
Oh
meal
yeah.
that can last multiple days.
So you were feeling fancy though. You were cooking your own sauce. You didn't just say, "Screw it, I'm gonna go store made."
No, I mean, it was. I
God
don't
felt
know
like
what
you
I
did.
did wrong. I don't know what I did wrong. It tasted burnt. I
Were you
don't know.
mixing it?
I was mixing it. I was doing it, cover for a while, stir a little bit, cover again, stir a
Now,
bit.
where did you come up with this recipe?
Just online. That's where I find most of the stuff I make is just Googling or YouTube videos mostly. Just because watching someone do it, you'd think would help a lot more, but then you're like, wow, they've been doing this forever because I can't do what he just did. Like an omelet, can't do it, man.
They
Can't
don't
do
even
it.
make sense. They don't make sense.
It all just turns into scrambled eggs for me every time. Scrambled eggs with some, ham or whatever meat I choose
Now,
to
are
put.
you a scrambler in the pan or out of the pan?
Depends on what I'm feeling. Usually out of the pan, but I don't go crazy with it because I do like the whites. I do like the white.
So I made some eggs this morning. I scrambled right in the pan. Threw a nice slice of American cheese on top. Mixed it in.
Do you like over easy?
Oh, I love that. You listen, you give me an egg besides hard boiled. Anything but hard boiled. I don't which is weird because I love eggs, right? Don't like hard boiled though. Also don't like deviled eggs, which is weird because once again,
I
love
don't
eggs
either.
and I love mayonnaise, that's all it is.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
But
But
it literally makes you want to vomit.
I don't scramble in the pan. I don't know. I feel like that's risky. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my eggs.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, now that we've wasted 8 minutes of everybody's time talking about how we're doing and things of that nature that I'm sure nobody actually cares about.
What, you don't think the people care about how we prefer eggs? You don't think the people care about that?
Yeah, listen, comment your favorite egg type, But also, Josh, by the way, I'm kind of going viral. Not really. But that,
Really?
the podcast I'm helping out with, we dropped a part 2 of an interview that Chris did with Michael Francis. That's the guy that I was kind of teasing last week. I don't know if anybody's ever seen some of his stuff on YouTube. And
It's popping off.
he had part 1 on his channel, part 2 one on our channel. We're up to like 30,000 on there, and then we do NFL picks too, but he does the spreads and everything. And like 22,000.
Okay.
Now, the only bad part about that is didn't have the best week. Did not. I know I was real confident on the Commanders. Then again, to be fair, we record on Tuesdays. Legendary linebacker Dick Buskins passes away.
Mm-hmm.
Right at that moment that the Bears are going to come out and win. You knew that.
Can't lose.
So, unfortunate there. Ravens, come on, Steelers don't know how to score. Haven't had a 400-yard game since World War II.
Yeah.
But, of course, the Ravens all of a sudden decided they can't score. So you lose that one.
Very weird week with, where you think you're starting to figure it out. Like, we both picked the Cardinals. Like, hey, I know what the schedule is.
We drank the Kool-Aid,
I know what
Josh.
it is.
We drank the Kool-Aid.
That's how the NFL goes, though. You get 4 weeks in, you think you start getting a feel, and then boom, the Ravens suck again. the Bills can't get it
Bro,
done.
I thought the Texans beating the Falcons was a lock.
Oh, so did I. I was so confident in that game.
I was like, they just beat back-to-back people, 20-plus points. CJ Stroud doesn't turn the ball over. Tank Dell and Nico Collins are doing their thing. The defense is playing, better than people probably
line's getting healthier.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden the Falcons defense turned into the the 2000 Ravens.
I swear. It's just how it goes.
And even then, when we did the show, not our show, me and Chris, I believe they were 1.5 point underdogs still. So he drives down the field, they score the touchdown. I'm like, oh, I'm golden. I locked it in. At least I got one. Yeah, no, you didn't. Because they played some of the worst defense I've ever seen. Middle of the field is wide open. Houston didn't even attempt to, they basically played prevent, which doesn't make any sense considering you're only up one.
Very true.
Vegas just knows what they're doing.
And I don't know how. Because if you think about who's coming up with it, people just like me and you that are coming up with these lines.
I mean, don't get me wrong. They're much smarter than us, well,
they're more experienced in it, and it's all they think about and do.
And they're all, AIs, computers, looking into research and things.
I'm starting to think that's the way it's all going, though. There's no way they predicted all
I'm about to go chat GPT. Just, what should I bet for this week in the NFL? And just, see what comes up.
My Gabe Davis anytime touchdown prediction last week. Still true. Any game, Gabe Davis will score.
Have you seen the thing on Twitter? I don't know what it's up to now, but I saw it a couple weeks ago and it was pretty significant. Like what you would have won if you kept rolling over. Like if you put $100 bet on McCaffrey scoring a touchdown and rolling it over.
Yeah, it was over $1 million before last night.
Just taking all your winnings and continuing to roll it over. I mean.
But that's so tough to do. Like you got to have a very large bank account to just be like, oh, I'm going to use all the money I just won and bet it on something else.
Well, I mean, not really, though, because you think about it.
Well, you have to keep winning.
Like, no, that's what I'm saying. So you take the $100 initially, right? Mm-hmm. You win the first one. You recuperate your $100. You take that out, and then you're only dealing with winnings now. So technically, you never lost any money.
I don't think the rollover would work as well then.
Why? You're supposed to keep
rolling. It depends on the odds. It would depend on the odds. Like if I'm betting McCaffrey anytime touchdown, which is down, it's minus money now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I put $100 on that, and I win 97. I take out my 100, put the 97 back in on it. That's a less bet.
True, but then you win again.
Like it would still add up.
That's what I'm saying. But then you win again, and now you're working with maybe $180 something.
Eventually.
Yeah, Now listen, you're probably supposed to keep the 100, but I'm just saying if you're really that scared of losing any money. We got our number one fan here, Gridiron. Gridiron, what's going on there, brother? Hope you're doing well. Hope everything. I don't. You know what, Gridiron? I know we've gone over this before. I still don't remember what team you actually root for. I know I've asked you this on when me and CJ do the hard count and everything. Which, by the way, Gridiron, fantastic person. There for both shows. He's here for the BS that me and you say. And then he sticks right over all the way to Tuesday. Says, I'm going to go watch that idiot and CJ again.
True friend.
What a guy. Unbelievable. But I don't know how we got into that conversation. Oh, you are a Patriot fan, so you hate yourself like I do.
Guys, we're all in the same boat over here.
It's
one
just
of us doesn't have.
I mean, listen,
it's all for nothing.
I was going into mentioning this, and then we got distracted because that's what we usually do on this show. But Josh usually makes a script, basically, almost, of what we're going to talk about, and questions, blah blah blah. Didn't make one this week, so we're kind of just whatever comes to mind.
Yep.
Kind of thing. So, Gridiron, obviously, if you have any questions about any games, whatever. But I mean, I feel like I have to talk about the ones that I put in the title because I made the stream title and everything before I knew you didn't have a doc, and I feel like you might as well talk about them. So, with that being said, the Bengals. me and Josh, like I said, we drank the Kool-Aid, especially me. I think Josh followed me because he didn't want to lose on one of those games.
I was considering going Arizona, but when you did it, I was like, well,
There goes
well,
that.
no.
That's when you really realize that you just have no idea what you're ever talking about.
Never seen football after that.
Like I mean, it really does feel like that half the time because that wasn't even like a I'm gonna just say this to say it type of thing. I was so genuine. I was really thinking, like, you know what? Bengals. I mean, they put it up on the screen when the game started. They are last in points. And I think 30, no. Or was it 31st in total yards and last in points or the other way around? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Either way, it was the worst offense in the league. Ranked 32nd. Worst one. Terrible.
Without T. Higgins.
Exactly. Without T. Higgins. And then Josh, you know when I knew I was screwed? Or technically us, I guess. That's once again the problem of me and you doing a show on a Monday. But hey, we can't go live every single day. Because, things would change over the course of a week, obviously. But I believe it was like Thursday or Friday. I'm watching Pat McAfee. And his man Boston Connor goes, yeah, apparently Joe Burrow's walking around at practice really good now. Like he's back to his old self. I was like, oh, of course he is. Why wouldn't he be?
All the way back.
All the way. Man looked like Super Bowl Joe. And of course, the Cardinals. Listen, I won't lie though. First half of that game, hey, I was like, okay,
felt alive.
Yeah, I was like, they're hanging with them. I think they even had a lead at one point. Wasn't it 14-7 at one point?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe this is still going to be a thing. Cardinals, and then all of a sudden it just fell apart. Because what did Jamar Chase say last week, Josh?
7-11. He's always fucking open.
Always open? And he was 15 catches, I believe he had in that game. 15 or 16, I'm not exactly sure. All I know is it is a franchise record. 3 touchdowns. I mean, the man went crazy. And you look at the Cardinals. See, I always say this too. I feel like bad teams and younger teams are usually good in the beginning of the year because they don't know to expect anything less. Like, I feel like maybe the veteran, like if you have a veteran bad team, you get like 4 games in and they're like, damn, I knew we were bad. Like, I can just see it. I've been in the league long enough to like know that we're not going to be good. I feel like you get the younger players in there and you can lose 2-3 games and maybe like even by 10 points or like 7 or something like that. But in their head, for some reason, it's like, hey, we almost got that one. Maybe if this thing goes another way. So like they're still thinking the positive. Well, meanwhile, the veteran might be like, listen, kid, been here for years. That thing that you keep talking about, oh, if only the ball bounced our way, has been bouncing our way for 5 years. That's probably why you're here. You're probably a top 5 pick, kid. So no, things will never bounce our way. And maybe the Cardinals are just they kind of got bodied by the 49ers, which then again, we got to get into that too. Because you want to talk about a large gap in who you think is the best. And obviously, you play games on paper and everything like that. It gets dangerous because this team looks better than this team, yada, yada, yada. But right now, you're lying to yourself if you're taking somebody over the 49ers. But we'll get to that. Josh, what do you feel about this Bengals game? Are they all the way back?
It's so hard to tell because they've obviously been underperforming and not been good through the first 4 weeks, and Arizona was kind of the opposite. Everyone expected, 1 win, maybe max, after they traded for Josh Dobbs, cut Colt McCoy, and they played really well. Upset the Cowboys. We're beating the crap out of the Giants in the first half. So, I mean, the Bengals winning, like they did put up, 41? Is that what they put up on Arizona?
Yeah, I want to say it was something of that nature.
I'll check right now. They put up 34-20. But I don't know. This game, like, it's good to see Jamar get involved a lot and, Joe Burrow look like his old self more. But it's so hard to, after this win, if I'm a Bengals fan, to feel good about my team still. I got to beat a good team because that's a roster where you're not just happy to get back on track. Like, no, you got Super Bowl hopes, like title
Oh
hopes.
yeah.
You need to get it going quickly. So I don't know who they have this week, but if they can get a tougher win, not that Arizona's an easy beat by any means now. I think we all realize that. But I think I got to see them beat a better team before I say they're all the way back. But it's a good step. It's a good step. I do want to share. This is a fantasy team I went up against this week.
Well, hey, listen, before you do that, you bodied me, so I don't want to hear your tears.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that team is a back all the way. I got A-Chain off the bench.
Nah.
A-Chain on free
Well,
agency
the craziest part is he's being looked at for a knee injury.
Why would you say that to me?
I'm just trying to let you know.
I already lost Nick Chubb. Okay, so I can't afford to lose my only hope for my RB2.
See, you're all the way back, and Josh, I think finally coming off of the bye for the Chargers, I'm going to be all the way back. Finally, I've had my full team for 1 week of the season, and I don't know if you caught it too. Also made a big trade for Devontae Adams last week.
I did not see that. I didn't see that.
So I didn't have him on the team before, and of course, listen, you were going to beat me anyway this week, but next week, actually, I'll let you go first. I interrupted, and then I'll go. But you go ahead.
Well, this is Christian's team in a dynasty league, and he somehow has this roster.
Okay.
Tua, Christian McCaffrey, ETN, Justin Jefferson, Michael Pittman, Travis Kelce, Evan Ingram, D-Hop, Pacheco, Stafford, Eckler is injured, or else he'd be playing. Who else does he have? Well, I mean, that's Jahan Dotson, too, is just chilling on the bench. Tyler Higbee. I put 188 points on him. Yeah, I beat him because I had Justin Fields and DJ Moore. Boom. Breece Hall as well. So my two fantasy teams that actually, like, if I win it all, there is a payoff, money. Mm-hmm. Those are my two best fantasy teams out of all my leagues right now.
Love that for you. Yo, listen, by the way, our fantasy team went crazy.
For real? That Jonathan Taylor, we drafted Jonathan Taylor there, right?
Yeah, we did. Didn't play him. Thankfully.
Well, he didn't have a great game anyway. But
that's what I'm saying. Thankfully. But our Gen Z, group project going. We put up 173 this week.
Oh, disgusting.
And we did that with the Commanders giving us -5 on defense. Because listen, I'm thinking over here they're playing the Bears. Got to be great.
Absolutely.
I'm not mad at that. But I mean, listen, Jalen Hurts got us a nice 27. McCaffrey 13. We got Swift 16. Garrett Wilson 8. Yeah, that's right. We did draft DJ Moore, and he got us a nice 49. Goddard 25. Thielen 27. Commanders -5 points. Tragic. And then Harrison Butker gave us 10. We're 4-1, Josh. We're going to be 4-1. We just the team that we defeated this week was undefeated previously. We've destroyed that. They were 4-0, not any longer.
Beautiful. How did he get Jefferson and Kelce? I believe he traded for Kelce. But even then, like, Jefferson.
Like, what did he give up? How did he not have to give up like anybody?
But even then, he's got like 4. Like, this league started what? This is the 3rd or 4th year of that league. So even then, like, when he drafted, he didn't draft McCaffrey, Eckler, Jefferson.
No.
Like,
well, no.
And then ETN.
How long has Jefferson been in the league?
He's in year 5.
No.
5? Yeah. I mean, he's been around.
Really?
Same draft class as Jalen Reagor. Jalen Rager's been a bust for about 5 years, I'd say. But even then, like, he didn't draft all those guys. So, like, what were these trades to land the best player at 3 different positions and then, arguably the second best player at running back? Like,
there's nothing worse than having a great performance by your team though and losing.
Yeah, that is tough.
Like, I'm looking in our league right now, like not the Gen Z one, but like the one that me and you are in. Mm-hmm. Dude put up 143. Another guy's projected for 140. Even if he loses 140, Putting up 140 and losing sucks. If he wins, that means he put up more than 143. The other guy's sick to his stomach.
I benched. I think who plays tonight? Green Bay in Las Vegas.
Yeah, bro. My brother, right, puts up 142 points. The team he's playing 162.
That's the worst, man.
I don't even know what how. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, my brother. My brother was projected to win that game too, even after all the 4:00 games. But man, Kittle 3 touchdowns, that'll kill you. That one will hurt. But anyway, Josh, what I was saying while I was excited for next week, finally, I've been, Austin Eckler, 3rd overall pick. I've been waiting. I had him week 1. He gets hurt week 2. I'm, going back and forth between, Mostert and Dameon Pierce and Joshua Kelly and all this stuff. Next week, I think I'll finally be full to go. The quarterback, I'm kind of streaming the quarterback position. But right now, I got Watson and probably going to change it because they're playing the 49ers, though. But I'll have Eckler in there. Listen, I hate, Achane getting hurt. You never want anybody to get hurt. But I have Mostert, so it only benefits me.
He's going to be okay. He'll play week.
I got St. Brown, who was out this week, but hopefully he plays next week. I got Devontae Adams. Sam Laporta, I made a nice little trade for.
My draft class from the rookie draft last year, Sam Laporta and Tank Dell, I hit it. That's a pretty good draft.
Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I barely look at sleeper. Who won 3-1 in this league? About to be 4-1. Oh, y'all got more than leagues. Are you in this one?
Do what?
Oh my gosh, I forgot about this. This team, I won this week. I scored 118. The person I'm playing is tanking. He's literally scored 28 points this week. Everybody on his team is on a bye. I guess he's just tanking for the first overall pick or whatever.
I hate that. I'm not.
Yeah, that is kind of stupid to me, but whatever.
It pisses me off. That's one thing that will trigger me is tanking in a dynasty league. That triggered me last year. Triggered me big last year because I was trying to get the first pick, but not by tanking, just because my team was that bad. And I see another guy, he's starting 4 backup tight ends. I text the commissioner. I'm like, bro, can't happen. Can't have it. Like, this could not be
like that in the league diamond?
Yeah, though. Yeah, that one. I texted Alex. I was like, bro, cannot have
I swore somebody was like 0-12. And I was like, brother.
Like, they were actively just benching guys that should be
starting. I mean, even this week, I literally had nobody to turn to. But so I didn't even play running backs this week. I didn't have any running backs in. I had 0 running backs. I still put up 100 and I put up 104, but like I said, I didn't really have a choice. So
tough. I'm worried about when bye weeks come around for the Bears.
Bro, my other league, this one I'm so screwed in for the simple fact. I mean, I won this week somehow, but my quarterbacks, Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray. Like I and those are the only 2 quarterbacks I have in my entire roster.
I understand on bye weeks, like if unfortunately, like all your good players are on the same bye.
I literally don't have any more running backs on my team.
Like I get that, but like on weeks when it's week 1 and you're starting 4 tight ends, I'm like, dude, did you even try this offseason?
You immediately kicked out of the league.
Yeah, I'm getting mad right now just thinking about it. I'm just glad I'm not in the number 1 pick option right now. Because if I was, I'd be even more mad. Like, how can I land Caleb Williams when this guy's starting, Taysom Hill actively over freaking Joe Burrow? What am I supposed to do?
It's certainly not what you want.
No.
Was this the league that I had crazy players in? One of my teams is wild. Oh, I think it's this one, actually. Yeah. I have Jonathan Taylor. This team is good. I got Jamar Chase, McLaurin, Thielen, Jonathan Taylor, Lockett, Godwin. And then I have Nick Chubb, but obviously, we know what happened in that situation.
God, dude.
That is a team that could win it all if everybody was healthy. Tragedy.
Mahomes.
You a fantasy player there, Gridiron? How are you looking? What are you looking? What's your fantasy squad looking like, huh? I didn't do as many leagues as I usually do this year. I usually join a bunch of random ones, like public.
I did my most this year. Outside of my two
was.
normal ones, 9 other leagues.
Honestly, I'm terribly disappointed in like how I've started off in my home league, like the one that me and you were in together on ESPN. Because I'm usually a lock for the playoffs. I'm about to start off the season 2-3.
I'm the opposite. Like I am never in the playoffs.
I've never missed the playoffs in this league, and I will be damned if I start now. Because I will package something together. I need another running back. That's what it is. I need another running back.
Yeah, man, that waiver wire and that I'm not always looking at the waiver wire, but there have been so many good players that are literally winning. Like if you picked up Puka Nacua and Devin Achane,
I'm pretty sure I had both at one point.
I picked up Achane.
Well, I know I had Puka because I did a massive trade for Devontae Adams. Because I was expecting Puka. Listen, Cooper's coming back. Nakua's taking a seat, or not going to be as good, maybe. And then, because I drafted so many receivers this year, like I really went beginning of the season. I had Brown, I had St. Brown, Calvin Ridley, Terry McLaurin, Chris Godwin, and DK Metcalf. So you can't do something with everybody, right? And I'll get to Gridiron's comment. I see that right there. But so you can't do something with everybody. And I'm like, instead of having very good, why not get great? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I took Puka.
So you went to no running back route.
No. I mean, I drafted Eckler first, third pick of the draft.
That's a crazy strategy to me. Like to start off running back and then abandon.
What do you mean? If you drafted McCaffrey, you're laughing all the way to the bank.
Yeah, but then he goes down and he's out for 4 to 5, and you're what?
Anybody can do that.
Then you're begging Gus Edwards to get a goal line touchdown.
Yeah, well, that can happen to anybody.
Right, but that's why I think a balanced draft is like just so obviously the way to go.
Think, looking back on my team, I think I know how I did this. I'm pretty sure I went Eckler, St. Brown.
I guess it also depends on draft position too.
Yeah, I had the third pick, but I'm pretty sure I went Eckler, St. Brown, DK, and then probably like Godwin or McLaurin's. I don't know, somewhere in that nature. But I mean, hey, even the waiver wire though. I look at the waiver wire this week in that league. Michael Thomas was there. I was like, I mean, hey, plug. I had to plug him in this week against you. I mean, you gave me 10.5. Nothing.
That's all you can ask out of waiver wire, guys.
I was just saying nothing great, but for Devontae Adams, I'll take it. Or not Devontae.
See, my strategy was pretty simple.
Wait, hold on. Let me tell you the trade though, right? I took Puka Nacua, Godwin, and McLaurin for Devontae.
But you have DK and.
But that's what I'm saying. Godwin and McLaurin were low key probably always going to be on my bench because of their quarterback situations. Like I didn't know how, and McLaurin hasn't been good this year so far.
No, it's not.
I didn't think Godwin was going to be much with Baker. He's had a better season, and I thought Puka was not going to be as active when the Cup came back. Obviously, they played 1 week together so far. It looks like he's still going to be pretty prominent in the offense. But listen, you bona fide number one, Devontae Adams. That.
But you're also dealing with a similar situation. Like his quarterback is not good.
Yeah, but there's also
it is Devontae.
That's what I'm saying. It's a different level, right? You know what I mean?
Like he's gonna get looks.
Perry and Godwin are top 15, 20 wide receivers.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams, healthy, top 5 easy, no matter who's throwing in the ball.
That's true, I guess.
We saw him how he was last year. He was great with Carr. People don't like Carr.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm very happy with my squad in that league.
No, see, I'll be very happy with my squad next week. Like I said, I'll have Eckler back. See, I've been projected like 115, 110 like every week so far. I finally have the squad that I really want. I'm projected like 127. That's what I like to see. Those are the scores that I'm used to.
I never look at the projections, man. I can't deal with it.
See, and I'm telling you, I am going to. get another running back, a solid one.
Projections screw me every time because it's like big head. It's like, oh, James Cook's going to get 11 points this week. I love that. Two points.
That's the thing that I always look at too. It's so funny. I like try talking myself into like, the score has to be wrong. Like I'll be looking at it and it like I'll outscore somebody by like 15 in wide receiver 1, and they'll outscore me by like 6 in tight end, something here, something here. I'm like, yeah, but I outscored them by 20 here. And I know they outscored me there, but like that number doesn't make sense. I have to be winning this.
Yeah, like there's no chance.
Like I'm fighting with myself.
That's
let's go to Gridiron because this sounds tragic. I'm 1-4 with Lamar, Bijan, Pollard, Madison, Garrett Wilson, Kyle Pitts, and Michael Thomas. I've lost 3 games by a combined 8 points.
That is tough.
Do you know the things I would do if I lost 3 games by a combined 8 points? Do you know what I would do?
I mean, like, because that's the third one is insane. Because the first one, you're like, dang, close one. Second one, you're like, it can't happen again.
Yeah,
gotta fall my way. Gotta fall my way. Third one, it's like, all right, this time it really can't happen again. But what if it was like, I wonder what the splits are on that. Because what if it's like 1-1-6? That's terrifying.
Speaking of which, should I bench Garrett Wilson for Tank Dell? Isn't that a crazy thing to think of?
Yeah, but I mean, depends on the matchups.
I know Houston is playing the Saints. I want to say it is because I have CJ Stroud on my team.
I'd probably play Tank Dell on that one. I like Tank Dell against the Saints.
Really, against Marshawn Lattimore?
He's not getting matched up with Lattimore. It's going to be Nico and Robert Woods that Lattimore's on. It might open things up for Tank, honestly. One-on-one with the safety, maybe deep.
Who are the Jets playing? Jets are playing the Bills, actually. No, that's the Giants. Who are the Jets playing? Let me look it up. My brother has Garrett Wilson, so let's go to Garrett Wilson. Let's go to Game Lock. Oh, they're playing Philly? Nah. Philly's secondary is low-key not it. Like people keep talking about like that Philly defense because we keep thinking of last year.
Yeah, that defense hasn't been. Jalen Carter looks really good, but they're giving up a lot of points this season.
Still 5-0, and we're still saying they don't look good though.
I saw someone on Twitter was like, "What Super Bowl hangover?" It's like, bro, you lost. You don't get the hangover. You didn't get the party after. You lost.
Nah, but they still do say that. It's always for the teams that go. They still say that.
When I think of Super Bowl hangover, I think the winner.
I mean, I usually do too, but I have seen it where like they talk about like everybody for that. It would be really cool, Josh, if I somehow beat you this week. Matt, what are you going to do with Devontae Adams? 180 yards, 14. Just pulls Jamar Chase, gets me 50 points. That'll bring me to like.
It's not happening, so I don't even know why we're
that brings to like 143 points. And then Daniel Carlson, 1 second left, 60-yard field goal. Gets me like
none of that is happening.
Gets me like 16 points. I beat you.
I'm not even worried about it.
I wouldn't be worried about it either. Just tragic. Because like I wasn't confident, going into the matchup. And then when the matchup started happening, it was like, okay, A-Chain hasn't done anything crazy yet. Then I turn the jet game off. I see the replays. This man's going for a 75-yard touchdown. I'm like, oh, well, that obviously doesn't help me. Then I'm like, DeAndre Hopkins is going crazy. That obviously doesn't help me. It was slow death.
Had to put the Thunder game on. I'm very excited. I've never been excited for a preseason game, but Chet versus Wemby to kick it off.
Oh, that's not on that's not
it's
on
NBA TV.
I wonder if I have NBA TV. I don't think I do, but
StreamG's got it.
Oh, come on. StreamG's got it all. See, we had Spectrum and we canceled our internet through Spectrum because now we have Verizon because it's like cheaper or something and better. And which I don't understand is for canceling the internet, they took away channels from us. Did
you get cable first?
Yeah. We've always had cable through Spectrum, always.
When you got internet, did it come with more channels?
I have no idea. We've had
That's probably what it was.
I have no idea. No, because we've had Spectrum internet and cable like always, like my entire life.
I guess it is weird. They're just being greedy. All these billionaire companies greedy.
You know, we'll never be greedy. Stream East, shout out.
Shout out.
Always appreciate you, boys.
Shout out all the streams out there. The loyal soldiers
who are taking
always turn off chat though on every stream because those guys in chat are crazy. Some of the weirdest conversations I've ever witnessed.
Not only weird conversations, but I mean, my recommendation would probably be not to go on one of these streams near a parent or a, because you know you'll usually get a crazy pop up. You know what I mean?
And if you're using these streams around and you have children around the house, you know, definitely want to close that chat.
Yeah.
Don't
not only close the chat, but like I'm saying, when it takes you to the second page before it lets you go back to the first page, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
I see some interesting things. There has been some spectacular receiver play this year. Guys like Tyreek, Puka, Chase, Anki, and now they're making 7 catches for 100 yards with pedestrian.
Oh, yeah. You expect it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, listen, the NFL did basically everything to make sure that offenses are booming. I mean, you breathe on a wide receiver, it's a pass interference. If you look at the quarterback, in the wrong way, it's roughing the passer. Things of that. And listen, to be honest, I'm not really complaining because I think you're lying to yourself. You don't think that offense is more interesting than like a defensive game. Like be honest with me. Were you more interested watching the Ravens Steelers, or did you like a game? Who had a nice like the Eagles Rams? That was a
Ravens Steelers.
Yeah,
I think that's a bad example. I think that was a bad example. If you'd have said like tonight, like Packers Raiders. Like, get it off my screen.
How? It was a defensive game. Nothing happened. It was boring.
So you look at the numbers, but then you figure out how all the points were scored. Like, it's not an exciting shootout, but it is like, did that really just happen? It's a game with a lot of those. Like, wow. Can you believe
Matt Canada definitely did not call that play.
Absolutely not. He was pissed. He
was
upset.
The only one in that entire thing that was upset that they scored a touchdown.
He's like, when everyone's celebrating, he's like, Kenny, what the hell did you?
He's like,
why did we not hand it off up the gut?
Did you really just audible my play?
Hand it off up the gut and shut up.
What was the audible? Randy.
Who's Randy?
Randy Moss.
Play calling is a very interesting.
I want to know where they come up with things.
It's usually just by association. But
see, and like, that's the other thing I'm saying. Like, they have to. Like, the thing that interests me, I think, is that how similar and different things are. Because, like, you watch simulcast or, like, the former quarterbacks, especially Romo, because he loves telling you what's going to happen before it actually happens. They'll be in, under center. All of a sudden, they'll be like, Rodeo Dallas. And Tony Romo's like, oh, obviously that means they're pitching it to the right now.
Yeah, double reverse coming. That's Dallas.
And I'm like, is it because it's Romeo and like the R is right? Like that's probably what it is.
Generally it. Like,
but yeah, but also like,
one.
That's what. But here's what I'm saying. The defense is also there. I'm sure that the lineman can hear, rodeo or whatever the hell they're yelling.
But who's rodeo for? Is that for the right guard? Is that for the running back? Is that for the tight end? Is that for the whole O-line? There's different bars.
But I'm saying if Tony Romo up in the booth can hear rodeo and say, "Oh, it's going to be a run to the right," wouldn't that make you think that the defense can hear it?
He doesn't always get those right.
I don't know. He's got to be at 90%.
I'd say about an 85% clip, but I mean, he did play for how long? Like 17, maybe.
Well, yeah, but
so I guess his is just his experience with it. I guess, but I don't know. Like
Randy Moss, and all of a sudden it's a
there was one really funny one. Oh, who did it? I can't remember. It was recent, but there was a really funny audible. I don't remember what it was. Though.
I mean, I've heard some, like Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Or I think it was either it was an AFC East team. It was either the Jets, the Patriots, or the Bills. Had a Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan. And I remember hearing it. And I was like, interesting.
I'd hate to be a quarterback in the NFL, just for play calling wise.
It is incredibly impressive. Like, I feel like people don't realize, especially because they're an athlete, like just how smart they are.
So
you know what I mean?
Like playbooks are so thick in the NFL.
Not even that. Like just the name of it. Because and not even quarterbacks, but like I guess the wide receiver too, because you have to remember the play name and then like what you're doing that particular play. But especially the quarterback, because you have to know the play and then what everybody's doing on the play.
Mm-hmm.
Like at least if I'm the wide receiver and you know, that's what I'm saying. Like at least if I'm wide receiver, I got to remember the play name, like what I got to do, like spider Y2 banana split, cherry on top right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. To me, listen, you can miss me with all that. I'm running a straight route. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Wristbands, man.
But then the quarterback is like, okay, I just had to say that play call. All right, so he's running a streak. I think he's on a crosser. He's on a corner route. The back is going to block first and then go out for the pass.
Oh, safety's creeping up. Yeah,
all right.
Audible.
Randy Moss, Omaha. I'm like,
can. We're done. Just run it.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about?
Insane.
Screw that. And then even that, like, I'm not going to lie. I am not a fan of the Manning cast.
I love the Manning cast. We're opposites there.
See, not a fan. Haven't watched it. Probably
watch it every Monday. Are they on tonight?
They are on tonight.
I don't like how they're not there every Monday, though, because I can get excited for Peyton and Eli, and I don't see Peyton and Eli.
We also didn't talk about this Monday night game at all.
I mean, what's there to talk about?
Who do you have?
I think we both have the Raiders, right?
I was going to say, I know I got the Raiders. Wow, everybody on the panel's picking the Packers.
I do have a bet for Devontae 50+ and both quarterbacks 200+. Boosted odds, plus 150.
Oh, yeah?
I like that. Plus 150 for that? That's beautiful.
I don't know. That's still kind of low.
Devontae
actually, no, 200 yards. Nah,
yeah.
200 yards, I mean.
That's a parlay I put together, and I only leave out Ritter and Bryce Young. Those are the only two I left out yesterday. And they both went over, though. My poor young.
We got the Raiders. Bryce. I mean, honestly, Josh, we've been babbling. Is there anything? I mean, we got to do our picks. You want to just do our picks?
Is there any other games you want to talk about? Or is that it?
I mean, I definitely don't want to talk about my team.
Yeah, should we talk about our teams ever again?
No, I don't want to. No.
You excited for Drake May, though?
I'm hoping that they go 1-16, so we get Caleb Williams instead.
I don't think Caleb Williams coming out, unless it is New England. Maybe then.
See, I've had this discussion with CJ, and like I understand like the whole NIL thing. I still feel like you're out of your mind if you don't come out.
I think it depends on the situation. I don't think there's anything Caleb Williams could do that would lower his draft stock.
I understand that. 20, like what's the you guarantee first overall
now? If it was
like $27 million.
If it was the old, yeah, but he can make more than that off of NILs
in one season.
I think, well, probably from like the beginning of this season through his senior year. If he were to do that and land in a better team, maybe not 27, but
here's what I don't understand. Everybody keeps talking about landing on a better team. You're going to be the first overall pick. You're not going to a good team.
That's not always true, though. This is a bad example because we suck right now. But when a team with a quarterback lands the number one pick, it's open.
What do you mean? Say it again.
When a team with a quarterback lands the number one pick, that pick is available. So now you're hoping that if you're Caleb Williams, you're hoping for that. And right now it might happen depending on how the Bears feel about Justin Fields. But, I mean, there are teams that
so all right. So, but either way, even if the team with the first overall pick, right, has their quarterback, say the Panthers suck again, whatever, but you just drafted Bryce Young, you're not moving off him, you got full confidence in him. Okay. A team with a quarterback, a team without a quarterback that's awful is going to try and trade up anyway.
Yeah, I think you're just playing, do I want to go there?
The only way I can see it happening is if he's like, I'm literally not playing unless it's these teams. And I know like it's already kind of come out that it's almost been like that, but I don't think it's been like a hard no. But you're going to be the first overall pick. Even if that team has a quarterback, they're trading it to a team that doesn't have a quarterback because they're going to offer them the most because they need one.
If I'm him and I'm just saying if it's Arizona, number one, I'm not coming out. I'm not.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I hope Patriots go 1-16, and even if they don't, they have like the third pick, and we'll just trade the entire future for the first overall.
I think there's a good chance it does get traded, regardless if the team needs a quarterback or not. Because I think, like, if the Patriots or Tampa are really in on Caleb and they feel really good about the rest of the roster, that offer is going to be the biggest in NFL history. Like,
I mean, that is true. That's the only problem.
And then some.
That's the only problem for me with the Patriots is that you can't feel confident in the rest of the roster because it sucks. It's the worst roster in the NFL. It's the worst one.
Was Bill really at McDonald's?
What do you mean?
Was he at McDonald's? The picture. You didn't see the picture?
No, I did not see this picture.
Of Bill Belichick in line at McDonald's Sunday after the game?
I mean,
I don't know if it – I mean, people, I think the only question is –
AI are crazy these days.
If that was right after the game, man, different lows for New England over there.
Why? You don't enjoy a nice Big Mac or quarter pounder?
I don't think it's the food choice at all is the issue. I think the issue is it's Bill Belichick.
Well, listen, he's the worst GM in the history of the world.
But he's also the best coach to ever do it.
Yeah, with Tom Brady.
The best coach to ever do it.
He's with Tom Brady.
The best to ever do it.
He's Brady made.
Name one of the GOAT coaches that didn't have a GOAT player.
I mean,
they go hand in hand. Phil Jackson, Mike, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady.
Yeah, but Phil Jackson also then won with the Lakers.
Shaq and Kobe.
But I'm saying he did it with other people.
Other really, really good people.
Okay, but Bill can't do it with anybody
else. Jones
is
not Kobe Bryant or Shaquille O'Neal.
But who's in charge of getting the next Tom Brady?
It's not that easy.
I understand.
He didn't want a new Tom Brady. He wanted the same Tom Brady. That wasn't his fault.
This man wanted to move forward with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy's got a pretty good career.
Here's my thing, but here's my problem. Even if you want to talk only quarterback, right? Patrick Mahomes couldn't win with this team.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I'm telling Josh, do you watch Patriot games?
I bet on them this week, so unfortunately, yeah.
I'm telling you right now, it's the worst roster in the NFL.
Yeah, the O-line is real bad.
What?
I mean, I think Mahomes is a bad example. Mahomes is the only quarterback where I think he could take any roster.
No, I'm telling you right now, he couldn't.
He could. Yeah, he's done.
Not with this roster and offensive play calling. Maybe if you brought in somebody who was actually innovative.
Mahomes is a play call. He is a playbook.
But see, him running around is when the pocket breaks down occasionally. The pocket breaks down on every play against the Patriots. The wide receivers, even in a scramble drill, can't get open because they have zero speed. They have the worst separation in the NFL.
That's not true. We do.
They have no.
Well, then you just passed us because we did through week 4.
Oh, I saw.
No, that was only. No, I think that only lasted 2 weeks. I think you guys passed us.
They average like 1.5 yards of separation.
Yeah.
1.5 yards?
That's tough. That means a very bland play call. If the corners just know what's going on, it's like, yeah, I'm not leaving.
Well, it's not even a very bland play call. Like, it can be that too. But there's no speed. Listen, I tweeted it out over on the hard count, Twitter account. I'll tell you exactly how a Patriot drive is going to go right now. Right now. First play, they'll run the ball, gain 1-2 yards for Ramondre Stevenson. Second play, they're going to try and run it again. Probably gain, 2-3 again. So you're there for 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. And then Matt Jones is going to throw a jump ball to Devontae Adams. I wish it was Devontae Adams. Devontae Parker. Every single time.
At least your team's throwing jump balls. We can't throw the ball more than 20 yards.
Yeah, but nobody comes down with them. So what's the point of throwing it?
At least you know what the drive's going to look. At least there is a drive. It's just, I know it's a 3-and-out coming. I know there is a 3-and-out.
I'd rather have a 3-and-out
on the horizon. No, you wouldn't.
Actually,
I don't
no,
even know what to complain about.
I'm pretty sure the
I
Patriots
think Frank Reich is senile.
Senile is nuts.
I mean, he said Terrence Marshall didn't get out there as much. He didn't play at all, and that's on me. What did you do in the game when you realized that? Because you didn't put him in. So did you just think of it? Just left.
You know, Josh, I'm depressed. I just want to make our picks. Disgusted. I feel bad for new Patriot fans because, like, talk about never getting to experience something.
They're not even real Patriots fans. Those are what are referred to as bandwagoners. They're already gone. They're already gone.
But no, like, what if you grow up?
No, those new Patriot fans you're talking about, they were Jets fans week 1. Now they're Bills fans.
No, I'm saying, like, if you grow up there.
You're right. They're probably Dolphins fans.
Passed down generation to generation. Your dad's over there talking about, damn. I remember going to the Super Bowl playoffs every year. And you're like, Dad, what are you talking about? This team? Damn.
We haven't been to the playoffs in 8 years, Dad.
Like, what are you
remembering things wrong?
What are we talking about? Anyway, Thursday night football. Oh, wait, how did we do last week? First, I guess. Oh, wait, I put our records in wrong.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm not up 3. That is not true.
We are not. What are our records, Josh?
Let me get them up.
A little live editing, you know?
I went 6
I'm
and 6.
49 and 27.
Yeah, I went 6 and 6. You went 8 and 4. We disagreed on Tennessee, Indy. I thought that one I had, and then I did not remember taking the Cowboys, but I did take the Cowboys.
That is just awful by you.
Don't even know what led to that.
Awful decision.
Did you even say anything when I did it?
I don't know.
Why didn't you stop me?
Why would I stop you from being an idiot?
Because that's what friends do.
Oh, friends is a strong word of what we are, Josh. I mean, come on.
All right, we're best friends.
That's true, Biffles. Denver and the Chiefs. Come on, let's be honest here.
Records are wrong.
Oh my God. Why?
You just need to add 1 loss to each of us. Didn't put Baltimore in there. Because unfortunately I wrote it wrong.
Here we go. Ready? Make that 8. Make that. Oh, look at you in the 30 loss column already.
Shut up. Don't even start.
Unbelievable. This guy. All right. So we're both going with the Chiefs, though, obviously. Ravens and the Titans in London. Foggy London time. This is a tough one. They hate each other. This is like an actual rivalry.
You know, on this game and just the Ravens in general, man, I feel real bad for them. This is the best receiving group heading into a season they've ever had, and Odell can't get on the field, and Rashad Bateman forgot how to play football.
Well, I mean, we shouldn't be surprised that Odell can't get on the field. Let's be honest.
I am kind of surprised.
Why? He's never been healthy his entire career.
How do you look at his numbers and tell me that guy's just always injured?
Josh, are we serious?
I think since the Rams, which is the last time he played, basically.
Let's take a gander here. Hold on. Let's go to Pro Football Reference. There we go. That's what I wanted. He played in 12 games. Josh, he's played a complete season twice.
But how many what are we talking? 8 games played?
Let's see. He played in 11.
If you're telling me 13, 14, that's the go now.
All right, he played in 11, 15, all right, 16. Then he played in 2. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Is this? No. Yeah, then he played in 2. Then he played in 12, 15 again, then 7, then 13, and now he's played in 2 so far.
So what, 2 seasons where it was like he can't get on the field?
What do you mean? His rookie year only played 11 out of 16. He missed a quarter of the season.
If my best player who gets the ball a lot is playing 10 games and then needs a week off or something,
You're missing a quarter of the season.
once.
What? Josh, are
You just said 15 like 4 different times.
All right, 11, 2, 12, 7, 13.
15.
All right, yeah. 15. He's played in 15, 16 twice. No,
All I'm saying is I don't think he's as injured as some other guys.
injury prone. Anyway, man, oh man. I think I'm going to go with the Ravens, though. Which I also, by the way, Josh, before you give your pick, we shouldn't even feel bad about picking the Bills because I think they could have won, but they didn't get there until Friday.
Yeah, why did they not just go immediately
That
after
is
the
the
game?
dumbest thing that I've ever heard in my entire life.
Gave them 2 days to get over jet lag and get acclimated.
In a different country.
Tip off. No shade tonight.
Anyway, Ravens.
Give me the Titans.
Commanders and the Falcons. This is... I have no idea.
Victor Wembanyama does not make sense, man. Came off a dribble handoff, full speed, drove baseline, made a beautiful pass. He's 7'6".
Who you got? Washington or Atlanta?
Who'd you pick? You didn't. You tried to catch me. I'm not sleeping.
You always complain that I go first every time. Whenever I end up winning at the end of the year. And then I try to let you go. And you never do it.
No, I gave up on that
think
because
I'm
last
actually
year
gonna
we
take
started
the Falcons.
alternating games, and
I'm
then
going to
you
take the
just abandoned.
Falcons.
I am too. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not.
Commanders have given up the most like big plays, I guess, in the NFL this year. I'm low key Desmond Ridder or whatever over his passing yards is, which is a sentence I never thought I'd say.
Yeah, I will not be taking that advice. But give me the Falcons.
I'll take the Bengals over the Seahawks. I think they're back.
Are they? I'm not going to risk them not being, so give me the Bengals.
Colts and the Jags. Anthony Richardson hurt again. But Gardner Minshew, hey, he comes in and does his thing.
But we don't want Gardner in.
No, we don't. Not at all. You know what? Listen, they just went 2-0 in London last year. After the London game is when they really got hot. I think it's going to happen again. I'll go with the Jags.
They went 2-0 in London?
They were. They beat the Falcons and then they beat the Bills.
I think they left all the juice there. Give me the Colts.
Ooh. Listen, we don't even got to talk about the Panthers playing the Dolphins.
Why?
Because we know that the Dolphins are beating them by 15 plus.
You don't think Frank Reich, who called a play for Adam Thielen when Adam Thielen wasn't on the field, and we have a play that only Adam Thielen can run, I think that might be a problem. You don't think that team just got 42-piece by Detroit without Amon-Ra? You don't think that team has a chance
Gibbs, by the way,
against Tua Tagovailoa? You don't think Bryce Young, who threw an interception to Aiden Hutchinson on a screen?
Bro, that was a fire interception, though.
No, it was stupid. Because he got whacked right after it. Mingo took that knee out.
So the Dolphins. Anyway, Vikings and the Bears. I'll take the Vikings here.
Bears might be back.
Come on.
No, they really might be. Give me the Bears.
49ers and the Browns. Stop it. 49ers is the best team in football by far. Not even close.
I agree. When did I pick the Cowboys? Why did I do that?
Yeah,
I'm gonna lose by 1 this season, and that's gonna be the one.
It's a bold strategy. It's a bold strategy. Saints and the Texans. I'm going to go with
Nice finish, J-Dub. And one.
damn. This is a dirty week.
I feel like every week this season has been dirty.
Like, this is a dirty week. I think we're going to take the Texans, though.
I'll go Saints.
Patriots and the Raiders. I'm taking the Raiders.
Me too.
Lions and the Buccaneers. I will take the Lions. The brand new Lions, may I add.
Low key, Jared Goff should be in the MVP discussion. Low key, he has been amazing, basically every week. But he's never going to win an MVP.
No.
Give me the Lions as well.
I will take the Rams over the Cardinals.
I will as well.
I will easily take the Eagles over the Jets.
Hold on, I'm catching up. I will as well.
I will literally give the spread of the Bills over the Giants. I think it's a 14 right now.
Okay, I'll just take the money line, but I will remember you said minus 14 for the Buffalo Bills.
You calm down with that one. But Cowboys and the Chargers.
Can you imagine if we did this with spreads? I would never have the record right, even week one. It would never be good.
I would be negative by 1 million. Which is the problem, that I have with Chris. We do the spreads and everything because
you're like,
I did have the Patriots. I did have the Saints, though. I did have the Saints. I had the Cowboys, or the 49ers, I should say. And I do have the Raiders tonight. So, Chargers and the Cowboys are. Ooh.
How was Eckler looking? You said he's back?
What happened?
You said Eckler's back?
I mean, he is projected points on the fantasy app.
Well, so is T. Higgins this week.
Let's see. What does it say about Austin Eckler? No outlook? You know what? Screw it. I'm taking the Chargers anyway.
Do I go back-to-back Cowboys?
You just got to hope that the Chargers don't score first.
Give me the Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys. Micah Parsons is going to kill Justin Herbert.
It is possible. They got Slater, though. Slater's a dog.
No, nobody, unless your name is Trent Williams, no one is a dog against Micah Parsons.
Trent Williams is a dog. That man is special.
Most impressive athlete in the league, I would argue.
Now, you know what? No, believe it or not, I'm giving it Jason Kelsey.
Very good athlete, I agree.
I mean, that man is the center pulling.
Yeah, moving too.
And he's undersized.
I think O-linemen in general are probably some of the best athletes.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Like, it's insane how athletic.
Because we just don't care about them because they're not flashy. They don't do anything for.
Yeah, we don't see it. Like, we're not watching them.
No, but like they're it's unbelievable what they do. Unbelievable.
Insane. When you see a 6'5", 300-pound guy do
all of a sudden he's running
into a full gymnastics routine, that guy's a freak athlete.
It's just simply different. Josh, where can they find you? Oh, actually, let me put up a comment by Gridiron first. Past fan, I hate to do, put some respect on the name A-Chain. Took a fantasy flyer on Jeff Wilson, have since made some changes.
That Jeff Wilson, I still think that was probably a good move. It just unfortunately went the exact opposite. He starts off with an injury, and then his backup goes off. Like, there's just no spot for you, right? Late season pickup. I think Jeff Wilson could be a value. That Dolphins always have running back issues, but follow me on Twitter.
Hope that Mostert doesn't get hurt because I need him.
Yeah, Mostert's a beast too. Follow me on Twitter at JoeLynn_4. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Head on over to Underdog. Use code GenZ. Double your first deposit up to $100. Go win you some money over there. And tune in next Monday, 7 Eastern.
Yes, sir. As for me, Anthony Conover _. Follow me on Twitter over there. Like Josh said, Gen Z Sports on Twitter. Like and subscribe here. Leave some comments. Obviously, it helps us. The hard count. Me and CJ do that every Tuesday at 9. We go through every single NFL game, break it down, give our thoughts, give our picks.
You guys are going to talk about Detroit and Carolina?
We talk about every game. Now, do we give every game the same amount of time? The answer to that is absolutely not. But we talk about them. But listen, everybody, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one, all right?